So my name is Quinn. I'm a junior. I'm a psychology major at JMU. The summer between my sophomore and my junior year, actually exactly a week before classes were supposed to start, my father, who had previously been very involved in my life and my academic work, he committed suicide. It was very sudden. There were no warnings. It caught my family completely off guard. But I had a week before my junior year was supposed to start. I'm generally a very good student. I've been doing well, and I wanted to be able to stay on that track. I wanted to go to grad school. I want to go into research. I want to continue my schooling. So I needed something to allow me to keep going to school, because I knew that if I just went back as I was, it wasn't going to end well for me. So we reached out to the dean of students, and she had told me about the Rebound program, just that it was something that existed. I had checked out the website, and I wasn't exactly sure what it entailed, but I ended up going to all of the meetings. I think we had 8 or so of them, and I really enjoyed it. I felt like I got a lot more out of it than I thought I ever would. With those kinds of things, it's so much that it's hard to process anything at all. So you you just don't think about it. You try to find those other distractions, because as soon as you start thinking about it, that's all you can think about. And I knew that if I went into this semester and something, anything minor, tripped me up, I would completely spiral. I didn't want to have to take a semester off, even though plenty of people told me that I could. I didn't want to drop out. That was a nightmare scenario for me. So I needed something that would give me some sort of structure to force me to keep going. Was the big thing, because my dad was that structure. He checked in on me, he cared about my academics. So I needed something else that was checking in on me and keeping up with how I was doing. Something I really found myself leaning back on was my social connections, my friends here and my friends back home, having that sense of normality of just going out and seeing people and talking to them about anything that isn't my situation. It was really important to me. And I'm a president of JMU's anime club, and being able to have that and that system of I needed to be able to help these incoming freshmen who had no experience with in-person clubs, and they wanted these interactions as well, being able to talk to them and work through these things, that ended up being really helpful for me. I've always considered myself to be a very self-reliant person. If I have a problem, I can identify it, I can figure it out on my own, it's fine, I can do things on my own. But I was so thrown out of my element that anything that felt certain in my life was completely uncertain. So I lost a lot of that direction. And that was something else. I figured out that I really did have to lean on other people. I had to rely on the support systems that I had. And that was a great thing about the Rebound program, is I was partnered with my mentor, who was amazing, and I was able to talk to her, and I could talk to her about normal things. I could talk to her about the more emotionally dense kind of things that I was going through. And having that ability to rely on other people, I didn't realize how important that was until I lost it. So when I went into the Rebound program, I had talked to my mentor, and I was fairly blunt with her. I said, I appreciate your program, but it definitely is, the things that I had seen made it look like it was catered for issues that were a lot, not to say smaller, because things affect people differently. Failing a class could be detrimental to someone else, but it's not comparable to losing your father. But she was very forthcoming with the whole fact that it's not a railroad program. It's not that you have to follow these steps and go through it this way. That's not one way to do it. It's just an idea, and you can shape it to what you need. And that's what she did, and it was actually really great. We went through, because the program is divided into several different weeks with different topics, academic wellness, spiritual wellness, social wellness, emotional wellness. And every week she would kind of give me a task, something to do, something to work on. And that just gave me something to get me through that week and into the next one. And that's really what I needed. And pulling from that, especially the physical wellness, because in these kinds of situations, you stop taking care of yourself because you it doesn't feel important anymore. But having those lists of, okay, I need to drink 6 cups of water a day, I need to try to be active for 30 minutes because I know it will make me feel better in the long run. Like those kinds of things I'm still trying to keep up with and keep track of because I know that it's important.